Have you ever considered what it truly means to build a family? Today, we're sharing an incredible true story that redefines love, compassion, and the life-changing power of adoption. It's the journey of one couple, Hank and his wife, who opened their hearts and home to not just one child, but 5 siblings, ensuring they could grow up together forever. This story really begins long before the children arrived. Hank and his wife had always dreamed of adopting. It was a calling they felt deep in their hearts. To prepare, they weren't just waiting, they were actively learning. They enrolled in DHS classes, immersing themselves in understanding the needs of children who face tough starts in life. They connected with other foster and adoptive families, building a community and soaking up all the wisdom they could. They knew this path wouldn't be easy, but their determination to provide a loving home was unwavering. Their first real step into this world came in 2004. An infant relative in California was placed into foster care. The process was long and emotionally taxing, stretching over 6 agonizing months. But they persevered, and finally, they were able to bring the baby home to Oregon. This experience wasn't just about welcoming one child, it was a profound learning curve. During this time, they also served as foster parents for other children, which unknowingly prepared them for the much larger adventure that lay ahead. They were honing their skills, stretching their hearts, and discovering their capacity for love was far greater than they imagined. Life has a way of presenting you with moments that change your direction forever. For Hank and his wife, one such moment came when they learned about another family they knew. This couple had several children, but tragically, their parents were arrested and the kids were taken into state custody. The thought of these siblings being split up, sent to different homes, and losing the one constant they had in each other was heartbreaking. That story lit a fire within them. It wasn't just a vague idea anymore. It became a clear mission. They decided they wanted to adopt a large sibling group, to be the safe harbor that would keep a family of brothers and sisters together no matter what. Years passed and life continued its natural course. By 2012, Hank and his wife's biological children were grown, starting their own families and leaving the nest. The house that was once filled with noise and activity started to feel quiet. That familiar feeling, that call to parent, returned. Their thoughts turned once again to adoption. This time, they discovered an organization called A Family for Every Child, or AFFEC. They were captivated by the art gallery displays and the stories they found on the organization's website. They saw the faces of so many children waiting for a family, and they knew they had to get involved again. Embarking on the official adoption process is never a simple checklist. It's a journey of paperwork, introspection, and patience. After completing a comprehensive home study, they faced personal challenges that tested their resolve, but they pushed through. Finally, in 2013, they received their official certification. They were cleared to start searching for the children who were meant to be theirs. The search itself was an emotional roller coaster. They submitted applications for several sibling groups, attended numerous committee meetings, and faced disappointments along the way. It seemed like for every step forward, there was a hurdle to overcome. But they held on to their faith and the belief that the right children were out there waiting for them. And then, in early 2014, the phone rang. It was the call they had been praying for, the one that would change their lives forever. The voice on the other end said words they would never forget. "Congratulations, it's 2 boys and 3 girls." The moment was surreal. After all the waiting, all the hoping, it was finally happening. Hank and his wife went to meet the children. There was Beth, Joe Ellen, Jeremy, Trinity, and Henry. The connection was instant. It wasn't awkward or forced. It felt like they were meeting family they just hadn't seen in a while. As a symbol of their commitment, the couple gave each child a promise blanket, a tangible reminder that they were in this for the long haul. that they would never give up on them. And so began the most important road trip of their lives, the journey to bring their new family home. You might expect a story like this to be filled with difficult transitions and major challenges. After all, bringing 5 children from foster care into a new home is a monumental change for everyone. But what happened next surprised everyone. The children, Beth, Joellen, Jeremy, Trinity, and Henry, blended into the family almost seamlessly. The so-called problems and behavioral issues that had been documented in their foster care files began to melt away. Why? Because for the first time, these children felt a profound sense of security. They understood that this wasn't temporary. This wasn't another stop along the way. They had found their forever family, and in that safety, they were free to simply be kids. The love and stability they were given became the medicine for their deepest wounds. Fast forward nearly 7 months. The house was no longer quiet. It was filled with the vibrant, chaotic, beautiful energy of a large family. Beth, Joellen, Jeremy, Trinity, and Henry were no longer the new kids or the adopted kids. They were just family. They were sons and daughters, brothers and sisters. They were home. The most touching part of this whole transformation is what started to happen in the hearts of the children themselves. Having experienced the profound love of their new mom and dad, they began talking about their own futures. They started saying that when they grew up, they wanted to adopt kids too, just like their parents did. That is the true legacy of love. It doesn't just change your life. It inspires you to change the lives of others. The cycle of hurt was broken and replaced by a cycle of hope and generosity. This is more than just a story about adoption. It's a powerful testament to what happens when people choose love, even when it's hard. It's a story about faith, compassion, and the incredible transformative power of family. Hank and his wife didn't just give 5 children a home. They gave them back their childhoods and a future filled with possibility. Their journey is an inspiration, a reminder that every single one of us has the capacity to make a profound difference in a child's life. Maybe not everyone can adopt 5 siblings, but we can all do something to show a child they are seen, valued, and loved. Thank you so much for joining us and listening to this incredible story. If it touched your heart, please share it with others. And if you'd like to see more content that inspires and uplifts, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.